Welcome to another video, and today it's all about Abyss, because in this video I'll give you tons of tips and tricks about this map. From insane tactics, individual agent strategies, unique planting spots, glitches, this video has everything you need to know before you start playing Abyss in competitive games. Also, I know it's been a while since last upload, sorry for the waiting, but I'm finally done with my holiday, so from now on you can expect more regular uploads. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of them. Now sit back, relax and enjoy, my friends. Let's start this video with the most unique mechanic on this map, and that's the fact that Abyss doesn't have invisible map borders. This means that you can walk anywhere of the map if you want to. You can jump off the bridge, jump over the edge over here. You need to be very careful, my friends. But with this mechanic you can make a lot of creative plays. Take this pillar on A, for example. If you want to go for a risky play, you can jump on this box, then jump around the wall to get an aggressive peek on A main. You can do this with any agent, but it's very risky. It's a bit less risky if you use the neon E, for example. However, my friends, this is just a basic jump. Let's be a bit more creative. Instead of just jumping, you can activate your dash with jet, jump, use your ultimate and dash back to side to safety. Or if you think this is too risky, just use the sage wall. It's the safest way to peek. Well played, my friend. You're also the Battle Pass winner of this video, so congrats! And if you want the chance to win a Battle Pass, feel free to send your clips in the Lowlander Discord server. Now let's talk about the cliff. If you stand on secret, it's very dangerous to jump onto B main. If an enemy stands there, they have the advantage and they can easily shoot on you. So instead, if you want to jump onto B main, first go for some jumping jiggle peeks. When you do this, you can first look if the enemies are on B main before you fully commit. If you think, whoa, my reaction time is not quick enough to see enemies like that, they will simply pop up on the minimap. So if you see an enemy on the minimap, consider not jumping forward and just go back. And of course, practice your jiggle jumps before you fall into the abyss. And about falling, here's an OP cipher trick to let the enemies fall. First place a cam over here and then place your tripwire diagonal at the edge of the cliff. Now when the enemies are about to jump, they jump into your tripwire and then fall down. It's a nasty trick that I saw Acret the dog doing, and here's how it would look like in game. Okay. And if you're wondering, why should you place the cam over there? It's all for the disrespect. You want to see your enemies fall down into the abyss. Did you know that if you play Fade, your wolf can actually fly over the cliff caps? A nice mechanic every Fade main should know, so if you think an enemy is around the corner, use your C ability. Let's now go to middle and talk about this part of the map. Oh my friends, I think so many people will die over here because they fall off the map. So to avoid that, let me give you some tippies. If you want to go from middle to the left side over here, the most safe route is to go up the rope, jump on the platform and then jump to the left. This is the safest route and I would highly recommend this, but my friends, this is very slow. So an alternative route is this one. Jump on the ledge and then jump on the platform in one go. When you're doing this, make sure to crouch mid-air and release on the last second, otherwise you might not make this jump. And of course, practice it in a custom game before you use it in a real game. You don't want to fall in front of your teammates. And for those who are wondering, yes, this jump is way easier with jet, so good one for all the jet mains out there. One more bonus method. This method I would never recommend. What you also can do is go up the rope, and instead of jumping on the platform first, just jump while you're on the rope, and if you do this correctly, you will sometimes land on the platform. This is very inconsistent though, so that's why I won't recommend it, but it's a cool method to know, I guess. Let's move on now with another thing I would never recommend doing, but it's so cool if you win around like this, and that's with this jet trick. Here's what you gotta do. Plant the spike on the bridge, and after that use your updraft and dash far away from the map. Now with your passive ability, you will fly very long in the sky, and slowly you will fall down. But this, my friends, takes a very long time. So now what you gotta do is hope that the enemies are defusing the spike, and then snipe them from very far away. Sounds like an impossible play to make, but Idol actually made an ace like this. So well played, my friend. I really hope that Rito Games doesn't fix this. It's too much fun.
Oh wait, you don't want to
One enemy remaining.
For ace?
Let's move on now and talk about some less risky tricks. Here's a nice thing you can do with KJ. If you go to B and plant the spike on the vault, you can actually throw your nano swarms behind these barrels. When you're doing this, it's very hard for the enemies to spot your nano swarms and destroy them. So a nice way to play post plant with this agent. And the good thing, you can use the same tactic on A. You also have some barrels over here where you can throw your nano swarms behind. And while we're talking about the post plants, on this map, Sage has such good walls. Just take this one for example. If you plant the spike over here on B, the only thing you gotta do is place your wall on the ledge like this, and then run back towards the cliff. Why is this wall so good? Well, look at this. You have a perfect one way for the spike. You will be able to see the feet of the enemy, and the enemies won't be able to see anything. I think this might be the best one way on any map for Sage. And good news for all the Sage mains out there, because on A side you can also plant the spike on the bridge and place your wall on this ledge. Basically the same idea, only then on the other side. Get those enemies with those one ways, my friends. Now let's move on with the trick for all the Omen mains out there. Just look at this clip and take notes.
I almost fell.
Shadows traveling.
Echo. Spike down B. One.
Very sneaky trick, love to see it my friend. And alternatively, you could also use this trick on B. When the barriers are going down, jump on the cliff, then smoke B nest, and after that, jump off the cliff while teleporting inside your smoke. This one might be a bit more risky, but it's a cool play for those aggressive Omen mains out there. Let's move on now with some bugs and glitches on Abyss. I won't go over these for too long because they will probably get fixed very soon, but these glitches are just too insane not to show, you know? So here's the first one. With Phoenix, plant the spike on the bridge. After that, you can jump down, and just before you hit the ground, you can press on your ultimate, and look at that, you spawn under the bridge. From here, you can still see the spike and shoot on the enemy with an operator, for example. It's way too overpowered, my friends. This will probably get fixed very soon. Phoenix is not the only agent that can do this, by the way, because if you have a Yoru gate crash, you can do exactly the same trick, only then with your E ability. Even better, with Yoru you can do this every round. There's another glitch around the bridge, and that's with Omen. After you plant the spike, stand on this ledge, and you can use your shroud steps inside the wall over there. Pretty overpowered, there's no way that an enemy will find you. Then you also got this sofa lineup over here. You can look in the background how I do it, but basically your Wrecking Dart goes through the wall, bounces against something, then goes through the ground again, and after that you get Fissure on B side. And then the last glitch, you have this raise super jump. This one is a bit hard to pull off, I can't do it, but luckily GG shows us how it's done. Back to the real tricks, this next one will definitely tilt the enemies. Here's what you gotta do. Go to the cliff and then smoke yourself off. Then make your way all the way to the edge of the cliff and now hope that the enemy will try to jump on it. And when they try, they will bounce against your body and fall to the ground. I would be so mad if this happened to me. The sad thing is that the kill doesn't count for you, but since the enemy jumped into your smoke, at least you get an assist. Let's move on and talk about this box in middle. Looks like a very big box, right? It should be impossible to jump on it without any abilities. Well, this is wrong, my friends, because there's actually a small pixel jump that you can use to get on the box. Personally, I'm too bad for it, but Bacon Pancake shows how it's done. What you gotta do is jump, press crouch and release it at the right time, and maybe, if you're a pro player, you get on top of it. One ways. There are a lot of one-way smokes that you can use on this map, but I think the most basic is this one on B. You can use it with any smoker. The only thing you gotta do is plant the spike in this corner and then use your smoke on top of the container. It's very simple. You'll be able to see the feet of the enemies, and the enemies won't be able to defuse the spike without standing in the smoke. And by now everybody could already guess it, but you can use the same type of smokes on A side. It's funny because almost the same layout on B is also on A, so a lot of tricks you can use on both sides. And then on middle, if you're standing on the stairs, use your smoke on this box, and an easy one way if the enemies are going for a mid rush. Next type of tricks. This one is for all the Grim lovers out there. Here are two sage walls that you just have to know. The first one is on A. Try to plant the spike next to this ledge, and after that make your way back to A main. Now when you hear the enemy defusing the spike, place your wall around the corner over here and try to kill the enemies from outside of the map. Surely that they won't expect you over there. And while we're at it, here's another one for the sage mains. This one might even be better. On the defender side, go to these boxes, then walk off the boxes and place your wall underneath you. When you do this, you can spot the heads of the enemies pushing A main, and it's overall just a nasty head glitch spot. Max used this one in game and he got some easy kills with it. Oh yeah, be careful for enemies lurking on the right. And a quick reminder to everyone, also this map has a lot of red spots, so check your corners.
I have the spike.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
And this, my friends, this was the last trick. Shout out to everyone who submitted something. If you want the chance to win a battle pass, feel free to submit your tricks in the Lowlander Discord server. And I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.